3 host nations, 1 World Cup. All eliminated within days of each other. USA, Mexico, Canada, the countries hosting this entire tournament, are already home before the semifinals even started. If you thought playing on your own soil, in front of your own fans, was supposed to be an advantage, 2026 just told you a different story. Here's what makes this strange. Hosting a World Cup is historically one of the biggest advantages in the sport. 6 different nations have actually won the trophy on home soil. Only 2 hosts in the tournament's entire history have ever failed to escape the group stage: South Africa in 2010 and Qatar in 2022. Statistically, hosting should be close to a cheat code, but the last team to actually win it as host was France, back in 1998. That's a 28-year gap, and 2026 just extended it. Mexico's version of this pain has a name: El Quinto Partido, the 5th match, meaning the quarterfinal they've never once reached outside of hosting years. They've been stuck at the round of 16 in 7 consecutive tournaments. This year, on home soil, in Mexico City, with a man advantage for most of the match, they led the tournament's proudest home crowd into a knockout game against England. Jude Bellingham scored twice in 2 minutes. Harry Kane added a penalty. Final score 3-2 England. Mexico's quest for the 5th match failed again, even with almost everything tilted in their favor. Canada arrived at this World Cup ranked 30th in the world, the lowest rated host nation in the entire 48-team field. Nobody projected much. Instead, they got their first ever World Cup win, a 6-0 demolition of Qatar with a Jonathan David hat-trick. Then their first ever knockout win, a 1-0 victory over South Africa. That round of 16 appearance is the furthest Canada has ever gone in a World Cup. Then it ended anyway, proof that even a fairy tale run still runs into a ceiling. The USA entered this tournament ranked 15th in the world, the highest ranked American squad in World Cup history. They got the friendliest bracket of any host. No Spain, no Argentina, no France in the group. A 4-1 win over Paraguay, a 2-0 win over Australia, then a 2-0 round of 32 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina that made them the first CONCACAF team ever to score in double digits at a World Cup, finishing with 11 goals. Every projection had them reaching the quarterfinal. They didn't get there. The easiest path of the 3 hosts still wasn't enough to break the pattern. So why does this keep happening? Host nations qualify automatically. That sounds like an advantage, but it means they skip the qualifying gauntlet that forces every other team to sharpen itself against real opposition under real pressure. Host nations spend years scouting the opponents they expect to face, but the actual knockout draw throws up matchups nobody prepared for. By the time the pressure of a home tournament hits, most hosts are facing unfamiliar opponents with less big game experience than the teams that had to fight through qualifying just to be there. There's one team that broke this pattern completely. South Korea 2002. Co-hosting with Japan, ranked far outside the world's elite. They didn't just escape the group stage. They reached the semi-final, upsetting Portugal, Italy, and Spain along the way. It remains the single greatest host nation overperformance in World Cup history, and it's the reason nobody can call the curse inevitable. It's a pattern, not a law. Which brings this back to 2026. 3 hosts, 3 different stories. Mexico's familiar heartbreak, Canada's historic overachievement, America's underachieved potential. All 3 still ended in the same place. Home before the Final Four. The 28-year wait for a host nation to lift the World Cup again didn't end this summer. It just got longer, and somewhere out there, the next host nation is already being told this is finally their year. If you want to know exactly what it'll take for a host nation to finally break this curse, subscribe. The next breakdown covers the 4 teams left standing, and none of them are wearing red, white, and blue,